Hey guys, it's Vanessa here with Notary to Notary, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why you need to become a notary signing agent right now, like today, not tomorrow, not Friday, today. And if you are a notary signing agent, I'm going to tell you what you need to be doing right now to strike while the iron is hot, because loan closings are booming. As I predicted earlier this year, we'll get into that. And I'm going to tell you what you need to be doing to hit what I call the peak that most notaries can do when they're full-time, 5 to 10 closings a day. This is the market where you can do it again. We're definitely in the almost COVID period of loan closings. Now, it's not that dramatic, it's not that big yet, but it's definitely hot and the market is there. So if you're not a notary signing agent, I'm going to tell you how to get started and why you need to get started. And if you are a notary signing agent, I'm going to break down the steps that you need to be taking right now to go out and start booking loan closings today. Ready to get started? Did you know that when someone buys a home, sells a home, refinances that home, or any other kind of real estate transaction, they typically will have a notary signing agent execute those documents? When I got started as a notary signing agent in 2014, I was able to build my business to make about $10,000 a month. How did I do that? The average appointment pays between $100 and $200 each time. It just really depends on when I want it to work. I love this industry because it allows you to pick your time and determine your rates for the most part. Join me online today at notarytonotary.com and get enrolled into my Ultimate Notary Training Bundle. This training is applicable nationwide, so it doesn't matter where you are. You can start working as a notary signing agent today. Go online at notarytonotary.com and get started building your notary business. So people always ask me, what is a notary signing agent and what is the big hype about? How is it that notaries are making so much money, or they're saying they're making so much money doing loan closings? And so, little backstory, I started as a notary in 2014. Got into loan closing shortly after, probably within less than a year's time, I got into loan closings. And by 2016, I quit my full-time job and was a full-time notary making $10,000 a month on average. Some months less, some much more. And this is before I started training. So I didn't start training until end of 2019. So for about 3 years, I was full-time notary making about $10,000 a month. That's great, right? So we're going to talk about what it is to be a loan signing agent, what the market looks like, what things you need to pay attention to if you're a notary signing agent or interested in becoming a notary signing agent, so you can hit those numbers. Now, making about $10,000 a month did include general notary work and loan closing primarily. My bulk was loan closing. It's something I prefer. You could definitely build a business doing primarily general notary work. People do it all the time. However, this video is talking about loan closing. So, during those time frames, I was doing between 5 to 10 closings a day. We are definitely in that time now in 2024. What is it, September 2024, where you can hit that 5 to 10 closings a day number again. And I'm going to break down why that is the case and how you can do that. Now, the average loan closing pays about $100. You will see people that some companies will charge 50, 70, 80, 90 and up, 150, 200, 250, but we like to just say the average is about 100. So doing about $100 per closing, 5 to 10 is about $500 to $1,000 a day. Now, this is very doable. I've done that for the period of 2016 and 2019. Now, if you are a what we like to call a COVID notary, you came in during 2020 to 2021 when we were going through the COVID-19 pandemic, and you were seeing interest rates were between 2 and 3% on average. So everybody in the United States with a mortgage was refinancing. And if you can imagine, the volume was insane. Like, notaries could be commissioned and be full the next day because it was just that much volume. It was so much, loans were just not closing because they didn't have enough notaries to do it. Okay, it was literal insanity. You know, if you joined in 2020, 2021. Now, prior to that, you still had great volume. So let's say prior to COVID, there have been plenty of full-time notaries before that, and I was still doing 5 to 10 closings a day. During that COVID time frame, I was still doing my 5 to 10 because I'm only one person. I can only go to but so many houses in one day, but there were so many more orders. I just had to turn them all down. That was the difference. The volume was insane, okay? So now we're at a time frame where the volume is once again picked back up. Now you're not seeing the 2 and 3% interest rates that you saw during COVID where everyone was refinancing, but I'm gonna tell you what you are seeing. So this is what happened. So During COVID timeframe, the interest rates dropped to that very low number and everybody was refinancing. Amazing, wonderful, we love it. Right after that, so that was like 2023. So last year, you saw a rise in interest rates, and you saw the interest rates were 7, 8, 9, 10, 11s. Okay, I think I even saw some 12s popping out of there. Okay, they were very high, and everyone was like, well, no one's going to do anything. But one thing about real estate is real estate never sleeps. People still have to buy, because guess what? People still need places to live. This is just the reality. People have to buy, they have to sell, they have to do different things for these houses. People are not going to stop moving real estate because of the interest rates. Now you'll see a decrease in those numbers, but they're not going to stop. And one thing that I noticed when I was still closing loans last year with the high interest rates, whenever I was with a borrower and the lender at the same time, the loan officer would just tell them, hey, we're going to do this now with a 9% interest rate, but next year we'll refinance and get you back into a 5 or a 6. And so I heard that a lot. Not only that, most of you guys know that I am a licensed loan officer in both Virginia and Florida. And so I'm always like in the loan mortgage space. And so what you're seeing is that a lot of people got those high interest rates, and now the interest rates have gone back down. And so if you follow any mortgage industry information or any news source or things like that, it's pretty much what they call it, a trend that whenever an election comes, election year, you will see interest rates drop. And so right now we are in an election year. And this was predicted last year, but everyone was talking about it in the beginning of this year. They were predicting the interest rates would drop, and they did begin to drop. And so now you're seeing those 5s and 6s come back into the market, come back into play. That being said, you're seeing an influx of refinances. And who is refinancing? The people who bought last year or anyone else who still had a higher interest rate. So there are rules in the mortgage industry as far as when you're allowed to refinance and how long you have to wait. So some people still were locked into higher interest rates for different reasons. And so anyone who had those higher interest rates, was a lot of people, now the rates are down, they're saying, hey, now you need to refinance because you can get that lower rate due to the election period. And if you go back, let's say any of the videos, probably the beginning of the year that I was talking about, I was telling everybody, hey, I know it's a little slow, especially last year and more so the beginning of this year. I said, I know it's a little slower than usual, but wait, there's still loan closings. You have general notary work, you have non-notary work, you have tons of things. Hold on to the middle to the end of the year, because what's going to happen is you're going to see a surge of loan closings. And this surge is due to the election causing the interest rates to drop. Now, why they're dropping and what happens in the election period, I'm not getting into all of that. But just know it was predicted well in advance that this is what happens whenever it's an election year. So you're looking at lower interest rates from now to the rest of the year and predicted into the following year. And so this is what I'm telling everybody. You need to jump on this train right now, especially if you're one of the people who heard about notary during the COVID pandemic time and you're like, I'm not really getting to it. Or if you got in during COVID and you missed it, like you got in, you did it, and then last year was really slow and you're like, hey, it's really slow. It's picking up again. And most notaries who are in this space will tell you the same thing. They're saying, yes, my phone is going off all day. There's plenty of closings. I would say on average, I get anywhere between 5 and 15 offers for loan closings a day. So I don't take them all, but those are the offers that I'm getting every day just for loan closings. And so that was not the case last year when interest rates were insane, okay? And so the volume is definitely here. You can definitely jump into the business, make great money, and build your notary business. So what I want to give you now is the steps you need to take in order to be successful right now. So this is what you're going to do. And I'm really big on make sure you follow the steps. Don't skip steps. Don't do that, because then what happens is you say, well, I heard this girl on YouTube and she said to do this, but you only did this, and you're not getting the results that I said you would get because you didn't follow the instructions, okay? So this is what you want to do. If you're brand new out the gate, you're like, hey, I'm not even a notary, you're going to go get your notary commission from your Secretary of State directly, okay? Apply for your commission, read your notary handbook. Those two things go together, okay? Apply for your commission, read your notary handbook. Do that together. You're going to be issued a commission through your local courthouse typically, and you will be ready to rock and roll. You then want to get your notary stamp. Now, I recommend going through Allstate Notary Supplies. You can use promo code Notary to Notary 15 to get 15% off, and you're going to order 2 notary stamps. You're going to get 2 because you're going to be busy. And not only that, you're going to get 2 because if one breaks, you lose it. Whatever the case is, you don't want to have to wait another week to get another one. 2 notary stamps, black and blue pens, notary journal. If you're doing loan closing, which is what we're talking about, you're going to need a printer, okay? Now, I recommend getting a dual tray LaserJet printer. You can find them at Office Depot, Staples, Amazon, you name it. Pretty much any office supply store, you can get a dual tray LaserJet printer. Roughly between $300 to $600, depending on the specifications that you're looking for. You can also get an inkjet. Just know the volume you're going to be printing, you're going to have to go through a lot of ink cartridges. So it's just better to get a LaserJet because you'll be able to print more per volume. And you're getting a dual tray because you're going to have to print both letter and legal, okay? Actually I'll put down in the description below a couple links to a couple printers that I recommend. But at the end of the day, you can get any printer that works as long as it's ideally dual tray LaserJet, okay? You're also going to get folders, manila folders for your borrower's copies, and UPS and FedEx folders for free. Don't pay for them, okay? So you can ship your packages back. You don't pay for shipping. Don't worry about any of that, but you do need the folders, okay? So those are the supplies you're going to get. You're also going to go to the National Notary Association. Well, first, before you do that, you're going to go to notarytonotary.com, and you're going to get into the Notary Signing Agent course or the Ultimate Notary Bundle. I'm going to tell you the difference. Notary Signing Agent course is Notary Signing Agent training only. So general notary work and Notary Signing Agent is included. The Ultimate also includes e-notary and tax and financial management. So if you're interested at all in doing e-notary, e-closings, things like that, you want to get the Ultimate. Otherwise, you're going to get the Notary Signing Agent. Inside the Notary Signing Agent and the Ultimate is a training in there to teach you how to pass the NNA certification, which is my next thing. So you're going to go to Notary to Notary, get the Notary Signing Agent training or the Ultimate Notary training if you want to also do e-notary. Then you're going to go to nationalnotary.org and you're going to get the National Notary Signing Agent certification and background. Okay, so it's a certification and a background that you're going to get. It's a background check and it's a test. You're going to get that. And you're going to take your test and pass and submit your background. Okay, so now you have your commission, your supplies, you have your certification, you have your training. Go through the My Notary Signing Agent training. Complete part 1 and part 2. Follow all the steps. Don't skip steps, please. It's going to get you perfectly there, okay? It also includes every type of loan product that you may be encountering. So refinance, HELOC, seller size, loan mods, reverse mortgages. You'll see sample loan docs, videos of me going through the loan closing so you understand how to explain documents, how to introduce them is the better way to say how to introduce them, and then what they look like when they're completed. So there's blank sets of loan docs and there's completed sets of loan docs so you can see what it would look like and how to actually go through the closings for each kind of loan closing you may be presented with. So there's no reason for you not to know what to do. We also we give you a list of 100 signing services that you can get signed up with immediately. So that's the next step. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then we also give you instructions on like how to manage accounting, billing, things like that, how to handle what you're doing as a business owner, okay? Now, once you're signed up, you do the training, you get your NNA certification, your background check. There's a list of 100 companies inside my Notary Signing Agent course. You're going to sign up with all 100. Not 2, not 5, not 10. What did I say? 100, okay? You're going to do that immediately. When you do that, you're drastically increasing your exposure to signing services and title companies today. So you can literally sign up today for all those companies and work today, okay? So if you take 2 weeks to get them all signed up, you just drastically reduced your time that you could actually, increase your time to actually start doing notary work. So you're going to sign with all 100. So let's go back through this again, okay? Commission, supplies, Notary to notary training. You can even put notary to notary training first if you're confused about the commission or the supplies. We have training inside that notary signing agent course. We go through step by step how to get the commission, insurances, but all that stuff from the very beginning is inside the course. So let's change the order a little bit. Notary to notary training, commission, supplies, NNA certification and background, list of 100. Okay. Once that's done, once all those things are done, once that's done, all those are done, you're going to start following up with those companies. So calling, emailing, downloading their apps, doing any training they may have. Sometimes they'll have like little small quizzes to make sure that you know what you're doing. You're going to do that. Once you do that, honey, it's going to be easy. Just make sure you do what I said and you will get work. One caveat to that though is you need to have a professional appearance. And this is one thing that I'm seeing is causing an issue for some interested individuals wanting to do this work. You need a professional profile picture. Okay? If you have a question about what is professional, let me know. I will help you. Because some things that I'm seeing out here does not work. Go to JCPenney. Most people have a JCPenney near them. JCPenney portraits and get a professional profile picture. Okay? Get that taken in a nice business attire. Use that. Do not take a picture in your car, not standing behind, outside. I don't know. People just do a whole lot. No one else should be in your picture either. Okay? It's a whole lot. I've seen a lot of crazy profile pictures. Let's not. Okay? If you are going to use your phone for some reason, you need great lighting. Okay? Nice clear background, wipe your lens off, like all of these things come into play, or just go to JCPenney and do it like that, okay? Also, you want to make sure you have a professional email address. HotMama99 does not work. Please don't do that. And you're laughing, but I see it all the time, okay? So, or Big Gun 69, or I don't know, what I've seen, Raiders fan 101. Listen, no, it needs to be notary related. Okay, let's do that. You need an email just for your notary business. Okay, so those are the basics as far as like looking professional. Of course, you have a professional website and profile, all that good stuff. We get into that later. But right now, we're just talking about working with loan signing companies is what you need. Also, if you're going to go to title companies, there's more that you want to do for that. But this is all in our training. So when you go online to notarytonotary.com, we have tons of training that helps you diversify to title companies, attorneys, things like that. This video, I'm only talking about working with signing services. So if you want to get in with signing services and start working today to catch this volume, do what I just said. If you need help, we have a one-on-one coaching program at notarytonotary.com where I talk to you directly and walk you through these steps, plus any other things you have going on in your notary business to help you hit that six-figure mark. I'm telling you right now, I don't know how long this interest rate surge is happening. I have no idea, but I know it's going to run for the rest of the year and into next year. And so you don't want to miss this boat. Now, there's always closings, but right now, I'm telling you, right now, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. I do a lot of, I'm like, at this point, I do roughly about 5 closings a day, mainly because I still have to train and do other things here. Like I have someone coming into the office in a minute to do an e-notary practice session. And so I'm always training and doing other things like that. So I can't do my 10 that I normally do, but you can. If you say, hey, I'm retired, or I just quit my job, or my job laid me off, you can do those 10. Or if you're working part-time, you can do it when you get off. You can do it on weekends because there are loan closings on Saturday, not typically on Sunday. You will see one every now and then, but it's not normal, so don't plan for that. During the week, loan closings are usually anywhere from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So they run all day. Now, there are those late ones that happen. You might catch a 9 here and there, but normally it's like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is where you see the bulk of those closings. And then Saturday, same thing, that same 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I hope this video helped you, and I encourage you guys to get into the business. If you're interested in notary work, this is the time to get into loan closings. It was definitely slow last year. Rates are down, and this is the time to get into it. All thanks to the election period. So this is the time you're going to get on the horse and ride out the loan closing season. This is definitely time to do it. If you need help, definitely reach out to me at notarytonotary.com. And until next time, happy signing.